Good everyone, my name is Graphics. If you look at the right hand side of the screen, you see a figure there and we are told to reproduce that figure in isometric projection. Now, when you hear the word isometric projection, the first thing you have to do is for you to draw your isometric axis. What I mean is, you draw your X, Y, and Z axis. So this is the X, right? And this is the Y, then this is the Z axis. You can see that. Now, if you look closely, the entire length at this side, you can see on the screen, is given to be 119. So I'm going to measure 119 from that particular part. So 119 from here. So starting from 0, so I'm going to measure 119. This is 100, 110, 120, and this is 119, just before 120. You can see that, and the entire width here you can see on the screen, and that is given to be 60 from 0 down to 60. Then the entire height will be 30 plus 40, which is 70, plus another 30 here. That will be what? 100. So we have, that is the radius of that circle. So that's 100 from 0 to 100. Right? Then what I did here with the help of my t-square and my set square, I'm going to draw a vertical line on those points. Vertical line on those points. Right? Then what I did at the axis here, that I draw this line, I'll move it and draw the other line too. That's faint line. See that? Right? So we have drawn out this figure. Now it's for we to start drawing our circular, this part here. So for you to draw that part, remember, you look at it is centralized. So you get the center of this line here. So how can I get center of the line? I can easily see half of 119. But the best and efficient way to do is to use your diagonals. So if I should connect this diagonal to this diagonal, I just need the center part. If I connect this diagonal to this point here to give me this diagonal, right? So where they meet here is the center. So you just use your instrument, your t-square and set square, place it this way, so this will be the center of the line. You can see that I can easily just draw it down if I want to. So I'll transfer those points. So if I place it this way, I can easily transfer this point to this point here. You can see that. Now, after doing that, the next thing that you should do here is that the radius of that outer circle here is given to be what? 30. You can see that. So I'm going to measure 30 radius of my meter rule this way. From 0 to 3 is 30. Right? And I'll place it on this point here. And I'll mark down. I'll come here also. I'll mark down. You see what I'm doing? Now, where this circle meet here, that will be the center of that figure. Altogether, I'm going to draw a line that is parallel to this with my set square. I'll draw it this way. You can see that, and I'll come here also. I'll do the same thing too at this point. You can see that. So the 30 I'm talking about, I measured from here to here. It's giving me 30. I'll mark left, and I'm going to mark right. Hope you can see that. So I'm going to close it up to form a box this way. I'll come here too. I'll do the same thing this way. You can see that. So what I did at the beginning here, I'll also do it behind also. So the easiest way is just to transfer that point, this point here. I'll transfer it backward. Just mark here. See there I place my instrument, and I'll draw my horizontal line on that point too. This way. Right? Then I'll transfer these two edges. This point here to this point. Right? And this point. Similarly, this point here to this point. All together. So what I'll do is I've already transferred this point here, right? The center point, and I've transferred this point here to this point. All good? So what I'll do is I'll bring it down. You can see that. The next one too, if I transfer it too from this point to this point, I'll bring it down. You can see that. Then we know this point is this point here, right? And I'll close it up. What I've just done here is, let me call it to be 0.1, 0.2. Here also will be 0.1, 0.2. Here will be 3. Here will be 3. Then this other end here will be 4. Right? This point here will be 4 here. Here also will be what? 4. Then what else again do we have? So that's the 4 point I need. Now one thing you need to understand is we want to use ordinate method to draw an arc at this point, as you can see on the screen, right? So you join the diagonals from here to here, and that is from 1 to 3. You join diagonal from 1 to 3 or so. You join the diagonals. You can see that. Then from 4, connect it to this point. Then from 4, connect it to this point. All good. Now where they meet is at this point here. I'll call it point A and point B. And instead of me doing the same thing here, I'll just transfer the point from this point here. Right? I'll just transfer the point. Place into my T-square this way. I'll move B to B here. Then A to A here. So I'm having another A here, and I'm having B here. Can you see that? So what I'll simply do here is to start drawing the circle now, which is in form of an ellipse since it's isometric. I place it at point 4. I'll take it to this point here, and I'll connect. You can see that. Maybe a straight line first. Similarly, if I place that 4 here, I'll do the same thing too. You see that? Now the next thing is I'll place it at A here to connect this to this point, right? Connect this to this point. I'll come again, place that A here to connect this to this point. You can see that. Now aside that, I'll use my instrument and I'm going to thicken it, right? I'll thicken from here to here. But before then, I'm going to connect these two ends here. You can see that. Then aside that, I'm going to thicken the rest here, just this way. So I've done this. The next thing is to be at this point too. You can see that. So this is what we have. Then I can easily just join from here. How good? From this top here, from this center here, I'll measure 40, as you can see from the screen, right? So I'll measure 40 downward. So let me measure the 40 from the center in this fashion. So from here, this is also the center line. I'll measure 40. This is where 40 is. This is also the center line. You can see that. The center, you measure 40 down. So from that 40, let me bring this down a little bit. This is 40 here. Now let's join from here straight down to meet here. Then from here, I'll take it up to. Then from here, I'll take it up to. Right. Then as you can see in the screen, this part is touching this body here. And this part also is touching this here. Can you see that? So what I did for this point, I also do it here, but I need to bring it down a little bit. So I'll just draw here too. You can see that. Then I'll close here too. You can see that. And I'll close here too. And I'll come here to close here too. That is not the end. There's a circle in between, and that circle has a radius of what? Of a diameter of 30. So if you have a diameter of 30, that means your radius will be what? Will be 15. So I am going to measure 15 from 0 to what? To 15 at this point. And I'll place it here at the center point. I'll mark 15 up, 15 to the left, 15 down, and 15 to the right. You can see that. So I'll just take my meter rule and draw my vertical line this way. Come here also, draw another vertical line this way on that point. I want to close it up to form my box. And from this point, I'll close it up. And from this point, I'll close it up. You can see that it brought out a box. Now I'm going to do the same thing in this box here. I'll draw my diagonal. Just like what I did here, I would connect this point to this point. Then I'll connect this point to this point. So they are meeting at this point here and also at this point here. So with the help of my compass, I'll just place it at this point, right? I'll place it here to this point here. Then I'll draw an arc I'll draw an arc this way. I'll come here too at this point here, place it here, and I'll draw another arc too. Then I'll come to this point here, place it here, and I'll draw another arc too. Then from here, I'll come to this end, like what I have been doing. Draw another arc. So this, let me take it out. But this is what we have there, right? So we proceed. Now if you look closely, from here it's coming down by what? By 10, as you can see in the screen. So I'm going to measure 10 downward from 0 to 10, right? Another 10 again, then another 10 again. You see what I'm trying to do here now? So I measure 10 in 3 places. Since it's 30 and you move 20 from 30, you have 10. So from here, I will take in this point to this point, right? I will also take in this point to this point. I also take in this point to this point. Then I'll close here to here up, as you can see from the screen. I'll also close from here to here up. Then I'll take it in just a little bit. Take this one to in a little bit. But here I'll take it in to touch here. Now from here to here is 15, right? So I am going to measure 15 from this point here. From this point here, I'll measure 15 from 0 to 15. And I am going to take it up from here to this point, right? And also from here to this point, from here to this point. You can see that? And I'll do the same thing here too. So let's just draw this out. Let's come here too and draw this out. So I'll just mark 15. Since from here to here is 15, it means that from this point to this point also will be what? 15. So I'll just close that up. So from this point, I'll close it up. Then I'll take this outside. This one to outside. Right. Then taking this and taking this. I'll take this one inside. You can see that? Now we're not done. The thickness from here to here, as you can see, is 20. So I'm going to measure 10, 10 at both sides. So with the help of my meter rule, I'll just take 0 to 1 is 10, right? And I'll place it at this midpoint here. I'll mark 10 here, 10 here. Are you with me? 10 here, 10 here. So, or you just measure 45 from here to this point is 45. That is 30 plus 15. So we take this up a little bit. And you take this up a little bit. So now this is not given in any way. We're not told the height of this figure here, right? So I'll just use, I would have easily used the 10 here. Is that taken? So I'm going to use 15. Is that taken? So let's measure 15 upward. We know that the radius of here to here is 15. So I can actually place it here and mark 15. You can see that? So let's close that up. So from this point, straight down here, from this point straight down here, and I'll close here up to, and I'll also close here up to. Right, and I'll take this in. So this is what we have here all together. Now aside that, there is a circle at this point here, and the circle has a radius of what? Of 10. So what I'll simply do is just to get the half of this figure here. We know from here 60 and this is the 30. So it will be at this point here. This is where my circle will be. All together, that is where my circle will be. So I can easily just use my, it's still so small, diameter of 10, but let me just do the needful. Take 5. So measure 5 on your meter rule. From 0 to 5 is so small. Then I'll place it here. I'll mark 5. I'll mark 5. I'll mark 5. And also 5. Can you see that? Then I'm going to just draw a box on that point. This way. This way. This way. And this way. I'm not ending there. How good? So you just do the needful what you've been doing all along. You connect from here to here, then from here to here, right? And they are meeting, draw the diagonal from here to here. They are meeting at this point. So you can just take your compass, you place it here to this point, and you draw this. You place it here also, and you draw this. You place at the center point here, and you get this. You come here too, you do the same thing too, and you get this. Now taking it out. So this is what we have here. We have successfully reproduced the figure that is displayed at the right hand side of the screen. So if you have actually found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and also share the video. Thanks for watching.